niggas see bonics, this ghetto phonics. They got me on the level supersonic, my bomb atomic. And you know where you can find me, somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper, got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. You can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life.
I'm trying to get to the bitches too.
It's that cold leadership. Cold leader, a nigga sick, I got that faux fever, that COVID shit, got that old Nina, I let it spit, got that brand new 9, fold you like a futon, ain't a rapper on my level, told you that a few times, bet your bottom dollar, save it like a coupon, old glass with the new wines, break a few minds, black party with a few dimes, get my shoes shine, murder shit about a few times, enemies done, how are you a co-survivor when we don't leave none, shit, put it on tape, watch it like a rerun, I got partners with the grills, want me get my teeth done, open face shit, cult leader waiting on my spaceship, you don't see us winning, better go and get your Lasix, basics, infinity garland matching the bracelet, made me get this snapping like Thanos in the race, the way I walk like a cult leader, how I talk like a cult leader, how I move like a cult leader, everything off the meter, one West undefeated, how I walk like a cult leader, how I talk like a cult leader, how I move like a cult leader, everything off the meter, one West undefeated, come on. Got it all playing, riding for my dogs, man, cram a couple niggas with blickies up in the small van, jungle like Tarzan, jewels in the armband, still drink a cold old English out of tall can, drinking more liquor in the rental, we got 2 doors, world domination, I'm bald like Lex Luthor, gotta stay focused, sounding like Doc Umar, ain't no dashiki, nigga, my squad needs me, got the lions through the graveyard like Rafiki, but this ain't no Disney, more like a horror movie, 4K, too high quality for some Tubi, cats wanna watch it, better pay for the premium, I don't rap for free no more, pay the team in them, you really wanna hear me, cut the check of the committee, I ain't had to sell my soul, I ain't had to party with Diddy, all I did was grab the killers out every one of these cities, because I walk like a cold leader, how I talk like a cold leader, how I move like a cold leader, everything off the meter, one West undefeated, and I walk like a cold leader, how I talk like a cold leader, how I move like a cold leader, everything off the meter, one West undefeated, and I walk, and I talk like a cold leader, and I move like a cold leader, undefeated.
somebody got music playing, turn that down. Or turn it off, rather. Phone's on mute or vibrate. Clap it up. Questions? Somebody wants to say.
Salakia, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
I got a question regarding Most High's judgment. I've noticed in my life, even before I was in the truth, I step out of line, I start getting smacked up. Right? And forgetting about Most High. I get smacked up, get me right back in line. But I've noticed others, they go on through their lives and they, in their ways, and just go on. And Most High may smack them down later, but I want to know, why is that? Is there anything in the scriptures speaking on that?
Yeah, Con. First, give me Proverbs 3 and 31.
Oh,
and then I'll get you something more potent. It's back there.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 1. Oh, God.
Verse 1, sir?
3 and 31.
3 and 31. Salakia. Book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Oh, I can have it.
3 and 31.
He coming.
3 and 31, sir. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Read it one more time.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Give me Proverbs 23 and 17.
Proverbs chapter 23, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Let not thine heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord all day long.
Read it one more time.
Let not thine heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord all day long.
Break it down. I'm on. Break it down. Read the first part. Just the first part, up to sinners.
Thank you, sir.
Let not thine heart envy sinners.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
Where are we at again?
Proverbs 23 and 17. I'm sorry. Good.
Thank you, sir.
No sweat. Let not thine heart envy sinners.
Mm-hmm. What's your heart?
My mind, sir.
Okay. Your heart is your mind, right? Let not thine mind envy sinners. So if it's talking about your mind, what is this saying right here?
It says, don't think about what they do. Don't watch them.
What does it mean to envy?
To want to be like.
There you go. Definition. No, you was doing the right thing. You was reaching for the definition. What's the definition of envy? Somebody tell me the definition real quick. Tom's sake, whoever get it, just say it. You got it. You got it.
Envy is a negative emotion where you feel sad, angry, or upset because another person has something you want.
Sad, angry, or upset. So just to remind everybody, the brother's question was, he said, if he ever steps out of line, the Lord chastises him. Why? Right? Like, why does it seem disproportionate? Does it seem like the Lord chastises me, but I see other people doing what I do and they're able to get away with it, or doing what I have done and getting away with it, making a lifestyle what I've done and getting away with it, where you eat a shrimp now and the Lord seems like he want to take your head off, right? Understandable, right? So let not thine heart envy sinners, meaning don't be sad or upset at the thought of a sinner. Meaning right now, what you're doing is thinking about a sinner. That's not a problem. You're thinking about a sinner, but when you're thinking about it, it's making you upset. You're getting upset about it because you're saying, man, I'm seeing this. I'm at the Chinese store, and I used to love shrimp fried rice. Speaking hypothetically, I hate shrimp. I always have. I love shrimp fried rice. But this person in front of me just ordered 3 platters of shrimp fried rice and what's a pork dish that be in there? I don't know.
Dumplings.
Dumplings. He's with pork and with an order of pork dumplings on the side, and it seems like this person they paid for it with a wad of cash. It wasn't even in a wallet; it was in a rubber band. Just wad of cash and just handed her 2 20s. The food was $25 and gave her 40. Said keep it. Walked out of there with all of his pork and shrimp. You know what I'm saying? He had a whore with him. You understand? And he smelled straight like marijuana. You understand? This is ridiculous. How is this allowed to happen? You understand? Or this woman is in Walmart buying all the crab legs. She's buying all the goddamn crab legs, and it seems like nothing happens to her. You understand? This brother is tatted from the toenail to the head tip, and it seems like nothing happens to him. You understand? He owns 2 businesses, and he operates as if he's not a sinner. You understand? Let not thine heart envy sinners. Don't think on why aren't they being punished? You understand? Like once you start trying to wonder why a sinner is not getting the result you want, you're going to go do what they do. You understand? Because you're going to be measuring how long it takes the Lord to punish them. That's what you're going to start doing. Right? If this is somebody you know, this is somebody you see in passing, but if this is like something you notice often, man, my cousin always smell like weed, but I'm going through all these tribulations, and it seems like he's just getting better and better. First time he was smelling like weed, he was on a bicycle. It's 3 years, 4 years later, he smelled like weed. He's in a 7 Series BMW. This is like this that don't add up. Because ISUPK said, don't smoke no weed. The Bible said, don't smoke no weed. Commander General said, don't smoke no weed. This cat is smoking weed, and he done went from a mongoose to a 7 Series. That ain't making no goddamn sense. Paying for all his shrimp with a wad of cash, it don't make no damn sense. You understand? Don't think on that, and there's a reason why. Read the rest of this verse, or read the next part.
Come, verse 18.
No, the next part of 17. Add your stop at sinners. Yeah.
But be thou in fear of the Lord all day long.
But you just worry about fearing God. There's a saying, it goes, mind your business. Just you mind your business. You understand? When it comes to sinners and things of that nature, you mind your business. You understand? If I mind your business, that don't mean you don't go to camp and check them, or you can't tell your cousin, hey man, you shouldn't be smoking that weed. Mind your business means do not compare his life to your life. You understand? You're a man, and your life is your life. You understand? The Lord is not stopping you from getting a ton of money. He's not stopping you from being homeless. You understand? That is, that's something that you can control, right? Regardless of whether you're eating shrimp or not. What the Lord will likely do if you're eating shrimp, he'll just choose when he wants to destroy you. You understand? He'll choose, I'm going to let him get this 7 Series. I'm going to let him think. I'm going to let him be puffed up the same way I let Pharaoh be puffed up. You understand? I'm going to let you get great, so-called great. I'm going to let you become amazing, so-called amazing. And then I'm going to strip you of everything. You understand? Then I'll strip you. You understand? I'm going to let you do all of this, get the 7 Series, you pull up, blinging, you're having a ball. Everybody envies you. They see you and they want what you have. And then I'm going to get you shot in the head. You understand? Then I'm going to send you to jail. You understand? Send you to jail. I'm going to get you robbed by those people who was plotting on you. They've been plotting on you for years. I stayed my hand. You understand? I stayed my evil angels because I wanted you to get even more money. I wanted you to get more because the example is supposed to be, the example is not supposed to be, this drug dealer is getting so much money, I want to be like him. The example is supposed to be, this drug dealer is getting so much money, the Lord is going to make an example of him. You understand? When you see these things, you should not envy when you think on it. When you think on it, you should be telling it, brother, you have to stop. The greater you become, you heard the phrase, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. the greater you become in your sin, the Lord is going to make more of a spectacle. That's why when Pharaoh fell, Pharaoh had to fall with such extreme, he had to make such an extreme dust storm when he fell. You know, you fall and the dust go up in the air. He had to fall so hard because the Lord let him get so great to make an example of Pharaoh. You understand? While everybody, there's people around the earth to this day that want to be like Egypt. America has the damn pyramid on the back of the dollar. You understand? And if America was smart, what would they have done? They would have not mimicked Egypt. What did they do? Because the white man has no father, he has no God. Mimicked Egypt. He saw Egypt and said, oh, they put drugs up their butt? Oh man, we're gonna do that at the parties with the frat boys and the girls, and we're gonna tell them stand on their head, and we're gonna put an ecstasy pill right in their rectum. You understand? We're gonna put the keg, what's that damn thing? The keg tool, right? I'm telling you something, you can watch on YouTube. You understand? You can watch this on what's the other one? Rumble. You understand? You can watch these videos of them doing that, or you can hear these stories of them doing that. You understand? They didn't see Egypt and say, let me never be like Egypt. They said, let me go get the Israelites just like Egypt got the Israelites. Let drugs be legal. Let me tell you something. The CIA, how do you make drugs illegal, but then a branch of your government is pushing drugs? You understand that? That's like, I got you, Goyala. You need the mic. You gotta come grab it, dog. That's like every school in ISUBK saying, yeah, brother, you can't eat no pork. But then I get up here and say, Akim, no dumpling ain't gonna hurt you. You understand? Matter of fact, we pushing dumplings outside. That's what we doing. We gonna put the band up and push dumplings. And then Commander General Hunter allows all of us to still be in the school and be American. You get the combination I'm making? The CIA, once the CIA was found out, if the president didn't know, if the Congress didn't know, if the Senate didn't know, and then you found out the CIA was pushing drugs in your society where drugs are illegal, all of them should have went to jail. There should have been no exceptions. You understand? But they wasn't because they don't, like, that's never what it was. You understand? It was always, let's copy Egypt. Let's copy Babylon. Let's copy them. They didn't see the sinners and say, this is terrible, let's not do this. They saw the sinners. They saw these societies and said, well, this one had 100 years of greatness. This one had 240 years. This one had, okay, so I think we can get at least 450 years before we start having problems. You understand? That's the white man's bargain. Whose bargain is that? Who gave a bargain like that in the Bible? Satan. Satan gave Christ that bargain when he said, I'll give you everything you see before you. What would that have done? Christ would have had it until he did what? Until he died. So he would have had like what, 80 years, 100 years, if he's lucky because he had a human body. He had 100 years of life. He'd have ruled the earth for 80 to 100 years, died, and never had this everlasting kingdom that all of us are fighting for him to get, that he's going to get. You understand? He tempted him with everything he could see. He would have lost it. 80 years. 80 years, he'd have never had another kingdom. You understand? Yeah, brother, envy in the center, you see what you see right in front of you. You understand? You see that. And a lot of y'all brothers can attest, when you're getting money the illegal way, you're throwing women away, you're getting tatted up, you're doing everything that you're doing, it comes with so much pain and turmoil and hatred amongst what's supposed to be brothers and your brotherhood in the streets and all that. It comes there. But so much of that, but then you see him doing what? All you see is the day he pulled up in the 7 Series. You understand? He got the 7 Series. This whore had sex with 4 of his close friends. And he knows. You understand? But he rationalizes it by saying what? It's the game. You know, got charges to the game. That's how the game go. I ain't trying to take her serious anyway. But that's pain. You understand? That's pain. And he masked it with the weed, and he masked it with selling drugs to other people and making other people hurt. All you see is a $60,000 car, an $80,000 car. That's it. You don't see none of that stuff behind the scenes that you going through. You going through the stress of being an honest man, the stress of being a working man, the stress of trying to uphold the laws and be a righteous brother. And then you see this cat here doing what seems like whatever the hell he want. It seems like that. Until the day he pops up on the news. Huh? You understand? Until the day he pops up on the news, and now you gonna feel stupid because you like, damn, I was envious of a man who died. You understand? I was envious of a man who died in cold blood. And I was thinking of this to myself the other day, which a lot of brothers have thought. You get forgotten. Like the lifestyle of a sinner, you don't get memorialized unless you get memorialized by other disgusting people. You understand? Like the white man will memorialize you if you're Alexander the Greek. You understand? If you're somebody like that. If you're Genghis Khan, he'll tell you a story of who raped over 1,000 women. You understand? He'll tell you a story. He'll put statues up. He'll say he got Genghis Khan. They'll do whole history lessons on Genghis Khan got all of these children around Earth. And they'll do whole 2-hour special segments on the History Channel and say, look, he's amazing because he had 1,000 children all across the earth. You go get 2 hours and see how the white man felt about you. But he raped thousands of women, had thousands of kids. He gets a statue. You just want 3 wives. You want 4 wives. 4 wives, 6 kids, and the white man is going to say, he got to go to jail. They're terrorists. This is ridiculous. Genghis Khan has memorials. You understand? He has fame. Good.
Slocky, sir. No, I remember the rapper T Grizzly. He was getting interviewed, and he was like, the brother said, when I was broke, he said, all I know is that I just needed some money. He said, once I got some money, he said I had problems that money couldn't fix. That's when I know I needed the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's all I wanted to say about that. You know what I'm
Yeah, Khan. I ain't see that. That's a recent interview.
No, this was a few years ago, probably like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
he
probably,
said that.
you know what? That's probably when, you remember his aunt got shot up and all that?
Yeah,
You know, she died. She used to get shot up. But yeah, like they wanted him bad and got his aunt and this, that, and the third and the fourth. Yeah, now you got problems that money can't solve, you know, because there's no amount of money that's going to bring your aunt back from the grave. You understand? You done created the type of enemies that don't care if you're not in the car. You understand? Matter of fact, I know this is your aunt. I know because I think that's what happened. They knew it was her because it was her car. You ain't see no silhouette of him or nothing like that. It was her in the car and they shot that thing up relentlessly. I know you're not in there, T Grizzly, but I never see you because you done made so much money. You're not in Detroit no more. But your aunt be here because your aunt think because she a woman, do it to her to show you that I mean business. And now you got problems that money can't fix. Money not bringing your aunt back from the grave. You understand? But how many young kids, the problem, it's good that he said that though, because the problem is how many when he made that first day out, that was hard. He came out with first day out like 2015, 2016. That just was hard. It was hard. How many young kids use that as motivation to be in the streets? I mean, the street guys make songs that say, it was hard for me. I went to jail. Y'all ain't hold me down. I got out. Now I'm balling. I don't need none of y'all. Brothers do not hear that and say, man, I shouldn't get in the streets. They hear that and say, when I get in the streets, I'm going to be thorough. I'm not going to leave my mans like that. And I'm not going to associate with some of y'all so y'all can't leave me like that. And when I do my crimes, I'm going to be the shooter and the driver. Like I understand, like the motivation that be there, I be loving them types of songs. But the motivation that a silly person could take from that is, when I get in the streets, I'm going to be a thoroughbred. Not, damn, he just went through all that. Damn, he narrowly got out of jail for multiple, what was it? It was felony robbery, but I forget all his charges. He got out of jail for something that could have got him life. That could have got him life. You understand? Brother, people don't hear that and say, I should never do whatever T Grizzly did. Despite the fact that those stories is about to get him famous, I should never do that. They hear that and say, I'm just going to do it better than T Grizzly. Because they envy T Grizzly. Because he didn't get out of jail and say, and that's the thing, like you said, I thought I needed money. I realized I needed the Most High. He got out of jail and said, man, I need cash. So you start telling this hardship story and saying, man, all I want is money now. Now what they going to say? Yeah, T Grizzly said, oh, he want his money, so all I want is money now. They're envious of T Grizzly because he got out. He had buffs on him. He's saying all these people betrayed him, but he still had Cartiers on him. He still had a bust down watch on. He still had a nice ass chain on. I need that. And he talking that y'all betrayed me, but I'm still up type of talk. Oh yeah, I need that. They're envious of T Grizzly. You understand? Despite the fact that he could have just went to jail for life, they envied him. And because they thought on envying him, brother, I think there's a former Chicago drill rapper named King Yella that's all in the news for a lot of them trying to be different now. A lot of drill rappers are trying to be different due to Command and General Honor. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to stop doing what they was doing because they realize is nothing. You get nothing out of it. His son is now 16 and capable, I think he's 16, and capable of being a gangbanger, being a gangster. He bailed his son out of jail. First of all, he blamed other rappers for the behavior of his son. And people, who was it? Who called them goofy? It's a fact. Y'all don't know a lot of these names, so that's why I be like hesitant to use them or not. But there's another rapper from Chicago that called him goofy for saying that. And, you know, the fat guy Jilla that be with Vaughn. He called him goofy in an interview. He said, you goofy. He said, you was out here doing this and you was your son's first influence. Nuh-uh, because he ain't see me doing no gangster stuff. Think he ain't smelled the marijuana? You never left a baggie behind? You never pulled up blasting the gangster music and the guns is flashing? Ain't nothing wrong with no gangster music. It's something wrong with it, but ain't nothing wrong with it. That's not the problem that I'm bringing out here. Did he see the guns in the car? And you pick him up from school, you got an unknown guy in the front seat, and you tell him get in the back. You think he don't pick up on that? You see what I'm saying? He picks up on it. You're the first gangster he wanted to mimic. It's you. So now, the past 6-7 years, you want to be the different Yellow. That's fine, brother. That's fine. You should change. But you can't act like your son didn't get that influence from you. He envied you. You was the first sinner he envied. It was you. It's not the other rappers. You understand? Commander Hunter said a black man needs to be in every black house. You was in that house being a gangster. When you were in the house, your son is going to want to be whatever the hell you are. I'm telling you. There comes a point in time where he got to make a decision, 14, 15, 16, 17. But a lot of that decision is going to be based on what he saw you doing until he turned 14, 15, 16, 17. And he could go the complete opposite way. It's possible. But a lot of the time, you train up a child in the way they shall go. And he saw you being a gangster. So how dare you say Bloodhound Lil Jeff and who the hell else was it? He said somebody else. He said it was people like Bloodhound Lil Jeff, and he said somebody else's name that influenced his son. Go ahead.
Probably King Von.
I think it was Vaughn. It was King Von, and they said Bloodhound Lil Jeff because they like to call them the two biggest serial killers out of Chicago. So it was probably those two. And he just dodged all responsibility of raising his son in the outcome that his son is doing. So he bonded his son out of jail recently for $30,000, and his son came in the house with a ski mask on, and he was livid, and he kicked him out. No, brother. No, you don't get to. It says you don't get to do that now. You raised him as a gangster.
Right.
Now you got to take your time and try to help him unlearn the gangster.
Right.
You understand? Or redirect it into what he's supposed to be doing. Brother, he wanted to say it's a dead man fault. It's a dead rapper he never met fault. That's ridiculous, huh? His son envied him. That's the sinner he envied. He envied him. And he envied him so much he wanted to be like him. So when you see sinners, you can't be thinking like, damn, why they get to do this and I can't? Damn, why this and why that? The scriptures say, you're the weird person for being in the truth. It's you. Everybody on earth sees that car and sees that chain and says, damn. You understand? Even little white kids see it and go, damn. You understand? They see it and they want to be just like it. That's why they buy all the rap music. That's why they're the ones in the concerts. We don't go to concerts, huh? Black men barely go to concerts, huh? Please. The most you'll see a black man at a concert is like Hove. I'll be honest. Because you look at it like a polished gangster. So it's almost like I'm not a groupie if I go. He's a businessman and he's, you know what I'm saying? It's Hove, so there's this mysticism around him. But all these other rappers black men don't go to these concerts like that. That's little white kids envying you, envying your brother for being a gangster rapper. Look at a sinner and say, I should never be like that. You understand? How much more glorious is it for you to be willing to lose everything for the opportunity at the kingdom of heaven? That's what Peter said to Christ. Somebody pull that. when Peter said that to Christ. He said, "We left everything and came to follow you." And Christ said, "There ain't nobody that left their mother, their father, their house, their land, their wife. There's nothing you lost. That Beamer, your love for shrimp, your love for whatever the hell you love. If you leave that, not just material items, if you leave whatever you loved, that's against the Lord." Because I used to say this all the time. I don't care if you love tattoos. I don't care if you love them. You can come in here and be like, "Damn, I love tattoos." Love them all you want. You better not get another one. You understand? And eventually, the Spirit of Christ will work on you. You'll know why you shouldn't get tattoos. But if you love them so much, you like, I ain't got no problem with the truth. I really need that tuna. It's part of my protein. It's part of my macros. I'm in my bulking season. I guarantee you, if you just sacrifice that, come on. You understand? Yeah.
Come. So and now the brother is on podcast with 607 debating with Captain Zaria, talking about you trying to go back and forth with Cap.
Salakia, yeah. So if y'all been following Cap, you would have seen King Yella anyway. I don't, I'm a little younger than y'all, so sometimes y'all don't know the people that I know or in tune with the rappers that I might know. But y'all would have seen King Yella because he was on there sounding like a fool in front of Cap.
That's probably because I age, sir.
Yeah, I know. God, that's why I be like, if I say Jilla, they not gonna know who the hell Jilla is. Right. So I'm gonna say Chicago rapper. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I know you have because they name got so. But when I say Jilla's the one that called. See, he called King Yella goofy for trying to blame the actions of his son on a rapper his son never met. But you don't know Jilla. That's why I say Chicago rapper.
Also, King Yella, he also went on a little rant talking about how he failed as a father and this and that. So he was like taking accountability for his actions. I guess after they tore him up on the internet.
Yes.
So he like, I did fail as a father. I should have been doing this and doing that. I mean, it's
come on, man. You think your son, King Yella has tattoos from head to toe. Literally, all over his face, all over his neck. Oh, you wasn't an influence on your son? Your son couldn't look you in your face and see teardrops? Come on, man. What are we talking about? Good?
Yeah, Salakia, sir. Back to the
I was bringing it full circle for you.
The dude, no. Salakia is about the dude from Detroit where
T Grizzly.
They got to his family. My question is, it was T Grizzly doing all of that. Why did the Most High allow the family
his aunt
to?
Because
why is that? Why
his aunt was still the sinner. So okay, I'm gonna rationalize it for you, but before I do it, I want you to understand the Lord can give judgment, like he can give two different judgments in one if he chooses to. You know what I mean? Your aunt is not with the first man she ever slept with. Let's just put that out there first. Your aunt is a whore. One. She might have been a decent sister. She might have, she could have fed the homeless from time to time. You know what I'm saying? She might have been a decent sister. But your aunt was still out here bouncing from boyfriend to boyfriend. Your aunt was out here eating crab legs on brunch on Sunday. And remember, the small laws to the big laws, meaning murder. You take somebody's life versus shrimp. That ain't affecting nobody but you. You understand? The small to the big. Christ said, whoso teacheth the little ones, even to break the smallest law, is going to be the worst in the kingdom, man. You understand? Because the small, me eating shrimp don't affect nobody. You understand? You could go and fish it yourself, bring it home, clean it, and literally you ain't buy it from nobody. Nobody did nothing for you. You did the shrimp quest all by yourself. The Lord can still kill you because you're not supposed to do it. You understand? That's it. So his aunt, I got you. So his aunt caught that judgment because his aunt had the judgment coming already. You understand? But see, if T Grizzly wasn't a sinner, it wouldn't have been his fault. You understand? So now you out here getting your family members unalived because of the life you lived, and she's out here getting caught. Like the Lord allowed it to be her because she not out here following the Lord either. So the Lord just said, give me this 2 for 1 real quick. That's it. You understand? He wouldn't have did nothing to you. Let me say something. We all got family members that's still in the world doing whatever they want. You understand? And things can happen to them, and you can have a clear conscience that it's not your fault. You understand? But if you're out here slinging dope, the Lord might make it to where somebody come up to their window and go, yo, ain't you what's in that? bang, and let that thing go because you outside. You understand? But if you in the truth, you know whatever happened to anybody you love in the world has nothing to do with you. You understand? T. Grizzly couldn't say that. He knew I'm a famous artist. She's my manager. And they saw her and said, I'm letting this off. You understand? Right. The Lord just said, give me a 2-for-1. Why waste time?
Sir, if I may. The Lord is a man of war. And just how like black men in the streets, if they can't get you, they gonna get somebody close to you. The Lord is the same way. The Lord is the same exact way. If he all right, I'm not gonna get you yet. But I am going make sure your daughter passed away in this car crash. I am gonna make sure that your son gets shot in the head by a drive-by. Just because you're trying to hide behind the center windows after you underlie another black man. You know what I'm saying? Lord gonna make it happen. Whether it's you or anybody close to you.
You'll crumble your whole life. Your whole life will crumble. You understand? That's another reason why you don't envy a sinner, because you looking for the judgment to happen to him. The Lord said, I want to do it a different way. You see what I'm saying? That's why you can't judge. You can't be like, no, this got to happen for me to recognize this is the Lord's judgment. No, the Lord gonna send that thing how you want to send it. You understand? Good.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 28. Then Peter spoke up. We have left everything to follow you. Verse 29. Truly I tell you, Jesus replied, no one who has left home or brothers or sisters or mother or father or children or fields for me in the gospel will fail to receive 100 times as much in this present age, homes, brothers, sisters, mothers, children, and fields, along with precautions.
No, I'm not there with you.
No, I think this is the wrong.
No, that's fine.
Is this the King James? Yeah.
Persecutions.
Persecutions, Salakia, along with persecutions, and in the age to come, eternal life.
Yeah, you're not in the KJV because it says "and in the world."
Right. This not the KJV.
But the point remains. One second. You had it in the KJV or something?
No, I
got it.
I found it in Matthew, not what he was.
But it's fine. You got the gist of what I was trying to say is you could lose your entire family. You can literally lose your house, like literally. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to take this stuff as literal as possible when he say what you can lose. You see what I'm saying? You can have a roof over your head and then you choose to follow Christ and you don't have a roof over your head. You understand? You can have the greatest relationship with your brothers and sisters, like your fleshly brothers and sisters, and then all of a sudden they hate you. You had a favorite aunt, all of a sudden you ain't her favorite no more. Matter of fact, she won't be around you no more because now you ain't at Christmas no more. You understand? I used to bond all the time during the holiday season. She come in town, y'all bond, oh man, yeah, man. And now all of a sudden, it's not like that no more. You'll lose your wife behind it because your wife don't want to come into the truth. You understand? A wife could lose their husband behind it because he don't want her to be in the truth. You could lose your land, meaning more things that you own. You could own a lot of things and then lose it because you want to serve Christ. You understand? Yeah. And Christ said, for my sake and the gospel's, meaning you are losing it for Christ. You are losing it for the gospel, for the teachings that we're talking about today. You understand? So when you looking at a sinner and what's happening to them, oh, damn, I got the perfect precept for this too. Hold on. I pulled it the other day. Give me a second.
It's like you said what?
1 second. Hold on.
So I drink more ice.
I took a water. Just read 29 again. Somebody read 29 while I think.
Come. This is the book of Mark, chapter 10, verse. You want me to start at 9, 29 or 28? It starts at 28. It's the book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 28. Then Peter spoke up. We have left everything to follow you. Verse 29. Truly I tell you, Jesus replied, no one, Slakia. So I can get with that. Verse 20.
Give me 1 Peter's
There we go.
4 and 15.
And Jesus, then Peter began to say unto him, Lo, we have left all and have followed thee. And Jesus answered and said, Verily I say unto you, there is no man that hath left house or brethren, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my sake in the gospels, but he shall receive 100-fold now in this time households and brethren and sisters and mothers and children and land and persecutions and in the world to come eternal life.
Mm-hmm.
But
Give me 14. Give me 1 Peter's 4 and 14. Yeah, finish.
1 Peter 4 and 14.
No, you can finish what you got.
Oh, come. But many that are first shall be last, and the last first.
Okay. So you got it.
I got first.
You got 1 Peter's 4 and 14. Yeah, so like it's talking about now and in the kingdom. So the other gospel, the other rendition of this, which tells the same story, you're gonna get these things now and in the kingdom, right? So you lose one wife, you'll get 4 who actually loves the Lord and loves you. You lose 2 kids, you can have 1 million more. You understand? You lose 1 house, the Lord can bless you with owning 3. You understand? You lose 1 car, the Lord can bless you with a better car. You understand? You lose your father and your mother, you get men who are more qualified to be your father, a woman who is more qualified to be your mother by coming into the school. You understand? Read 1 Peter 4 and 14.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 14. If ye be reproached for the name of Christ,
Mhm.
happy are ye, for the
If ye
Spirit
be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are ye. Good.
for the Spirit of glory and of God resteth upon
For
you.
the spirit of glory and of God resteth upon you. If you're reproached because you love Christ, be glad. You understand? If you cannot receive the love of the world, this is something that you should let become a foundation for you. When you experience hate, indifference, evil eye from people in the world, or evil treatment from people in the world because you love Christ, you should bask in it. You understand? You should love it more. Right? I don't look for love when I go outside. I look for the indifference. Because if everybody loves you outside, like the Lord said, He'll make your enemies be at peace with you. That's true. But please understand, if everybody just loves you outside, you should go and look, do I serve Christ? You understand? Because if Christ was here talking to the people, would everybody love Christ? No. You understand? No. If Christ was here right now, if this was back in the 0 BC or whatever they want to call that time period, or 0 AD, I should say, and Christ started his ministry back in 10, 12, whatever AD, brother, do you think that everybody just accepted him? No, they were against him. John, his damn self was against him. John was preparing the way for him and then went against him. You understand? He's here saying, yo, when this man comes, when this guy comes. The guy came and he said, I don't know if you're the guy. You understand? After acknowledging he's the guy, after seeing the Spirit of the Lord light down on him, after seeing all of that and experiencing all of that, still said, I don't know, so I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. If Christ was here, everybody wouldn't accept him. So don't go outside looking for the love. Go outside looking for the indifference. You understand? That's how you get other brothers to say, damn, I want that. You understand? Commander and Yohana got all the brothers to come into the school because Commander and Yohana was looking for the indifference. You understand? He didn't want to be like the world. He wanted to go against the world. You understand? For whoso has the love of the world, the love of the Father is not in him. You understand? The world loves you. The Father does not love you. Do you understand? I don't mean everybody got to hate you, hate your guts, spit at you, and I ain't saying all that. But what I'm saying is you should feel the difference between you and the people that you're amongst when you're in the world. You understand? Yeah.
There's a verse I just thought of where Christ says, if they hate you, know that they hated me first.
Mhm. Yeah.
I just
If
want
they hate you for being in the truth, it's because they hate Christ. You understand? Read on.
1 Peter 4 and 14. On their part, he is evil spoken of,
Mhm.
but on your part, he is glorified.
The people that don't like you speak evil of Christ. They speak highly of white Jesus. We ain't talking about him. They speak evil of the man that you know. You understand? The qualities that you bring up, if somebody say, you never smile, they don't like Christ. Y'all think I'm exaggerating. I'm not. If you come in here and the spirit of Christ starts to light down on you, you change your life. And what people say to you now is, you don't ever smile, you gotta lighten up, you gotta have some fun. What you mean, smoke some weed with you? Have some fun? What do you mean? Eat some pork with you? What do you mean, go to church or something? What are you talking about? Go to that birthday party with you? What do you mean lighten up? Tell me what you mean by lighten up. You understand? Scripture say oppression makes a wise man mad. What the hell are you talking about lighten up? You understand? Now, mind you, you all know when the UPK has feast days and cookouts and everything, the brothers have a ball. So what the hell do you mean by lighten up? You understand? What do you mean? And the world can see you having a ball now. The world can see the videos and the pictures on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and all that. So what the hell is somebody saying? When they done seen you in the club, they done seen you doing this and doing that, and seen you at camp. When somebody says, why are you always mad? Why you never smile? Lighten up. What the hell are you talking about? You understand? They talking about go to this birthday party with me. Yeah, you was in the club. When you was in the club, you ain't popped that Molly with me. So you ain't lighten up for real. You understand? You ain't get loose. You understand? That's what they mean by that. When you are evil spoken of by people in the world, just know they speak evil of Christ. You understand? And those people, they speak evil of him, but you glorify him. You understand? So when you looking at them, and they getting all they getting, and they seem like they balling, understand the king you serve, he's evil spoken of on their part. All the turkeys in the hood, all the turkeys you give out in the hood ain't making up for that crack. They ain't making up for that heroin. You understand? Give out all the turkeys you want. It's not making up for the crack and the heroin. You understand? Read on.
Verse 15. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 15.
Mhm.
But let none of you suffer as a murderer
Mhm.
or as a thief.
You're going to suffer. The question of life is not will I suffer? You're going to suffer. What was Adam's curse? You know what Eve's curse was. What was Adam's curse? Yeah.
Lock it. To work, to toil until.
There you go. Give me a round of applause. That is Adam's curse. You're going to work and you're going to till the ground with sweat in your face. That's his curse. You have a problem with that? You understand? Adam decided, I don't want to be perfect. I don't want this perfect life that is so perfect in its perfectness. I need some chaos, like a woman. You understand? How did that happen? Because he listened to a woman. You understand? Your woman needs a little bit of chaos in her life, just a little bit. You understand? She needs a little bit of chaos to feel like you love her. You understand? She needs a little bit of chaos. Adam said, I don't want this perfection, my Lord. That's why the Lord said, you are as an adulterous woman to me. Israel is like an adulterous woman. We just need a little bit of chaos. How many slaveries have we been in, Akim? You think we would have learned, you know what? let me stop going against the Lord. You understand? We like an adulterous woman. We just got to test the waters and test the waters and test the waters and test the waters and go against God and go against God and go against God. You understand? If we really cared, we would say, you know what? We done been in 15 slaveries. I'm tired of it. You understand? And all the scriptures keep saying is we got this everlasting heaven coming. I should probably just work towards that everlasting heaven. You understand? With the allure of seeing somebody with that damn Benz that you know got it from ill-gotten money. You know got it while not loving the Lord. They can have a good job, just a regular good job, but you know they don't serve God. And here you are trying to serve God. Brother, you like, God damn it, this is not fair. This ain't fair. I'm getting belt. I mess up, I get belt. This guy, he don't mess up. He lives like this. He gets no belt. From what I can see, he gets no belt. This is bullcrap. You understand? Don't envy him. Now I'm gonna give you the first precept I wanted. So lock you. Give me Ecclesiasticus 9 and 11. But first, Salaki. Finish reading this first, because I only read the first part. Finish reading 1 Peter 4 and 15.
1 Peter 4 and 15. I'll just do it from the top, sir.
That's fine.
But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters.
Don't suffer because you out here being a murderer. Don't suffer because you're a thief. Do not suffer because you do any other manner of evil. Don't suffer because you got a big old mouth and you like to gossip and tell tales. You just love talking about other people. You understand? Don't suffer for those reasons. You understand? Don't suffer for that. You're going to suffer. Pick and choose what you're going to suffer for. You're going to suffer because you serve Christ and the world doesn't, or you're going to suffer because you do all of this. You understand? Or you do one of these. 16.
16. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian,
If you suffer because you truly serve Christ, as y'all know, this is not talking about today's Christians. If you suffer, yet if any man suffer as a Christian, go ahead.
let him not be ashamed.
Don't be ashamed at that. You understand? So a day might come, when you come into the truth. I've seen many men come into the truth. Some men come and their financial, status stays the same. Some men come with no money, get a lot of money. Some men come with a lot of money, get no money. You understand? I'm talking about just first coming into the truth. I've seen it. Brother, if you come in here with some cash and then you fall on hard times, you understand? You fall on some hard times, do not be ashamed because you see this cat ain't falling on no hard times. He ain't falling on no hard times because he's a murderer. You understand? He ain't falling on, he's a thief. He's an evildoer. You understand? You just got to go through this fire like it says back up at 12. It says, don't think that it's crazy with the fire. Read 12 real quick.
12.
12, go.
12, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened to you.
Don't think it's strange when this fiery trial is here to try you. Don't think it's strange when you start going through stuff. You understand? The most powerful thing you can do when you start going through stuff is examine yourself. Am I following everything the brothers and Aisha kids have been telling me to do? Am I following what Commander John has been laying down since 1969? What the Aisha kids have been laying down since 1969? Am I going against any orders? Am I following the law, statutes, and commandments? If anything, let me tell you something what Job did. Job said, surely I did something. I did the name of the brother. I forget. Kevin Azar loves the other story. It's in the Apocrypha, the brother who did it better than Job. Because Job stayed perfect, but he complained the whole damn time. You understand? But I'm just use Job because I don't have the other one off top. Brother Job said, if any his friends said, curse the Lord because look at you, boils from head to toe. Your sons are dead, your daughters are dead, your wives are dead, your cattle is dead. He said, if anything, I did something. My Lord is just. My Lord is perfect. Now Job ain't do nothing. This was just a fiery trial. Satan said, I need to try him because he's only perfect because you don't let me try him. You understand? That's what he said. So Job said, if anything, it was me. So I'm going to examine myself. While his friends was telling him, your God has abandoned you. Look at you. You know how powerful that is, up? Do you know the resolve it takes? So he was complaining. Don't get it mistaken. I said he was complaining. He still remained perfect. Brother, do you know how powerful it is? In the moment you get in boils head to toe, your family dies. Your cattle is taken from you. For you to sit there and say, this is my fault. Don't let that seem light to you because you're reading the words in the book. General Muhammad used to always say, I would read the Bible and say, that's powerful. And then Commander General Hanna would live the Bible, and that's why I knew I had to follow it. Brother, when you read this, don't just read it. Understand, just look at yourself and understand the resolve that it would take for you to say, it's my fault. as your life just burns up around you. You have 4 wives, then you have none. You have 8 children, then you have none. You have the most cattle in Jersey City, the most cattle in East Orange, the most cattle in North. Now you don't have nothing. Your friends, your homies who was staying at your mansion, they said, yo, Joe, you got it popping over here. You lose it, and they go, yo, just curse God, bro. Just curse God, bro, because look at you, curse God. Do you know the resolve it takes for you to not curse God? For you to not say, the Lord has abandoned me? He said it's my fault. You understand? He said that is my fault. And the scripture said, as though some strange thing happened. It ain't strange. You came to follow a man who got persecuted for nothing. You understand? He's amazing because he did nothing. And he kept coming back until he got it right for you. You understand? He ain't come down here as Miss Melchizedek and say, I'm done. Solomon and say, nah, I don't want to keep going. Isaac and say, no, I'm done. I think I did as well as I can do. He kept coming back until he did it perfect, because he said, my people are hard-headed. I know this because it took me 5 times to get it right. My people are hard-headed. I'm going to come back as many times as I need to until I can be the sacrificial lamb for my people. Don't you dare look at some sinner and say, damn, man, why he ain't getting the belt? You know he going to get the belt. Don't even give Satan that amount of power. Huh? You know he getting the belt. You just don't see the belt. Because when he see you, the demon on him is combating the spirit of Christ on you. And it has to portray like nothing is wrong. You understand? It has to look like, yeah, I need you to look at this man and look, there's nothing wrong. Don't you want this? Don't you want this? When the 7 Series pulls off and turns the corner and goes down the block, his phone rings and they tell him his little brother just got shot in the head. You understand? That's what happens. You understand that? His homeboy calls and said, the feds just raided the spot. I don't know how we paying the plug back. That's what happens. Do you understand? There's nothing to envy there. You see a Christian that's doing well, and he's robbing the church. He got a Rolls Royce. He got this Benz, and these people love him. I'm here trying to teach the real word of God, and it seems like it's just me and these 9 brothers. Brother, the Lord is going. You seen Eddie Long? Oh, come on, man. You seen T.D. Jakes? Mm-hmm. He got swallowed up. Salakia. You understand? Salakia. You don't have to worry about, are they going to get belt? They're going to get belt. You worry about you. You understand? The Lord is not slack. Just do what you're supposed to do. You understand? And don't look at nobody and be envious. Look at them and say, it's a shame you don't realize the power you can have if you just follow the Lord. You understand? All these great talented musicians, all these great talented, powerful Black and Hispanic moguls, business owners, how great would your business really be if you follow the Lord? You understand? Why the hell ain't Walmart ours? Are you about to say and tell me a white man smarter than me? No. No, I think I told you that story a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month or 2 ago, where I said, my whole life in school, my teacher said, you could be the next Fortune 500. You should be the CEO of Ford or something. And now I'm sitting here over a decade later. Why did I work for Ford? Why didn't I build Ford? Why don't we already have a Ford? We've been here for 400 years. Why don't we have a Ford? Ford or Toyota, one of them is the most bought car in America. Why is that not owned by a Black man? Do you understand? If we love the Lord, I guarantee you, what's that damn whiskey? If we love the Lord, Jack Daniels would be the most popular liquor in the world. Right. Yeah. Do you understand? It'd be the most popular. Instead, it's a recipe from a slave that got hijacked by a white man. Right. That's the legacy. Your legacy is you got robbed. That's your legacy. Not, I made Jack Daniels, and this is my great, 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 great grandson. Great, 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 great grandson sitting on top of Jack Daniels. Still Black owned. Still thugging it out. That's not the legacy. The legacy is you was a slave that got robbed. And now we on Facebook doing shorts and reels about how terrible it is that you got robbed. Oh, this is terrible. It is terrible. It was more terrible. You could have just served the Lord when you made the recipe. And maybe, just maybe, you would have Jack Daniels as this huge company to employ blacks and Hispanics. So don't think it's weird when you get tried. I got you. Don't think it's weird when you get tried out. You're going to get tried. But you should take some solace in, I'm being tried because I'm trying to serve the Lord. And Satan wants to know, will you do anything to serve the God that I love? And he's not a red man with pitchfork and horns. He wants to know, do you love God like I love God? You saying, yeah. Satan, like, I don't believe him. The Lord said, well, let's see. You understand? The Lord is like, yes, he do. Satan, because this is his job he was created for, is saying, I don't know. And the Lord said, well, I made you for this job. So go ahead. Try him. The Lord believes in you out. And he going to give belt to them. You understand? He going to give belt. You just got to realize that it ain't for you to judge when, where, and how. You understand? That cat might turn 80. He might not die. He might not go to prison. He might get reincarnated as the worst crack baby of all time. Paraplegic. One arm. A nub. He's born back with a nub. Do you understand? It's not for you to determine when that judgment got to come. And then he might make him live that life out for 50 years. 50 years as you can't walk. A quadriplegic. Forget paraplegic. Quadriplegic. Can't do nothing. Stephen Hawkins. I'm talking the voice recorder, the whole nine. You understand? I'm talking about that. You don't get to judge when the Lord should give some judgment to somebody.
That's right. Yes.
It ain't it's not for you to decide. It's for you to decide that you're going to prove Satan wrong. That's your choice. You ain't got no say in that drug dealer and that average cat that eats shrimp and that pastor and that sister. You got no say. And your aunt, your grandpa, you got no say. You understand? You do the job of a priest and prophet, and you tell them you better stop. That's it. You understand? You better stop. I'm going to tell the world, my people, my world, that they need to stop.
That's right.
And if they're going to love Christ, they're going to stop. You want to continue? I'm not going to envy you. I'm going to let you do whatever you want to do. You understand? Go ahead.
Kind of. So I got like two questions, but they kind of like the same kind of. They're the same question, sir. All right. So if you want to,
Can I get a couple ice?
kind of, sir. So all right, we know if you in the world or whatever, not even in the world, if you want the truth. Nobody in the truth is doing this though, but I'm just saying, as far as what's lawful. Say if I have a slave and I work at a restaurant and I gotta cook and serve pork. Is that the same as a person that's in the world that owns a legal weed business and that's selling weed?
Okay, so this is, I'm going to teach you what Jeremiah Minutes taught me, all right? Your slave that you've trained for your whole life is to be a chef, right? But you don't have the capital or the acuity or whatsoever. You don't have, the capital or whatever, or the business acumen to start your own business, right? But you're a chef, certified, went to the Culinary Institute of America, or the New York Culinary School, whichever one you want to go to, boom, you're official. And you want to start this business. You understand? You want to start a business, but you can't. So you go and you get employed by somebody. You don't have control over the menu. Now, a chef typically does, depending at a higher end restaurant, a chef does have control over the menu. Say you're at a spot where you don't control what you make. I mean, at that point, you're just working in slavery. But if you have the power, like you gotta understand this, the difference. If you have the power to control your slavery still, you didn't go to train for this. This is all you can do. You're saying, look, this is what I went to school to do. This is all I thought to be a chef. Then you go ahead and work that slavery. You should be praying to the Lord for an opportunity to start your own so that you can stop making the pork for the person who was telling you to make the pork.
Right.
You understand? But if you are in complete control over that aspect of your slavery, you have an obligation to stop. If you're in complete control, you understand? If I'm in something like the weed business, the was considered legal to the white man, the legal weed business, I would, if I'm good enough to run that business, I'm good enough to run another business.
Right.
Now, if you say, all I can do is sell weed, you understand? All I can do is sell weed. You telling me that's all you can do? I'm gonna take it. That's your slavery, no sweat. But I would tell you to think higher of yourself.
Right.
Think better of yourself. All you can do is sell weed. I think you can sell something else better than weed. A different product, making the same money, or maybe better money, or maybe it's slightly less money.
Right.
But is it money or is it Christ? Is it money or is it the laws? Do you understand? But if you're good enough to operate a weed business, you are good enough to operate any other business. But if you tell me that's all you can do, all I can do is take that. You understand?
Come on, sir. I have one more question.
Yeah.
I'm just asking questions because I mean it's not
That
me.
scripture breakdown class is fine.
It's not me. I just want to let you know. I ain't out here slaying apes.
No, man.
Quarters and ass.
I used to feel like that when I would ask questions in class. Girl, when I would ask questions in class, I would feel like that. I'm about to ask this question. They about to think I'm talking about myself.
Right.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Good.
Slaka, the next thing. Is there a scripture about taking edibles? Like, you're not smoking. We already know smoking weed is unlawful according to the scripture. But
be sober minded. If anybody's taking edibles, give them the scripture. Be sober minded.
But is it unlawful though?
Yes. You have to be so. Like if it's not for medicine, so marijuana can be a medicine, and if you are taking it medicinally, then I have nothing to say because you have a doctor's authorization to consume this for medical purposes. If you tell me I'm self-medicating, I have people in my family that does this, so I intimately know this and I've talked about this with people in the world. I tell them, you want the medicinal effects of marijuana, then take it without the THC. Take it with the CBD. Take CBD. If somebody says, I use marijuana for medicinal purposes, and you give them that, well, have you considered CBD instead of THC? You don't have to smoke it. Any type of inhalation of smoke. I know there's studies that say marijuana does not harm you nowhere near as much as tobacco. In some areas, new studies, they've determined it does affect your memory, which if you ever smoked weed, you know that. You understand? But they have determined it affects your short-term memory. It does, right? It does. You understand? But if somebody says it's for medicinal purposes, say then do it without the THC. Their reaction, or their response will tell you everything you need to know about whether or not they're a drug addict. You understand? Because if it's not about the getting high aspect, then you won't mind not using the weed that gets you high. You won't mind me saying smoking anything is illegal. Well, I'll take it in an edible. Getting high from marijuana is not legal in the Bible.
Right.
You understand? What the Lord has said is legal is alcohol. That's it. You understand? Unless you're taking a perk 30, because it applies to perks. Do you smoke a perk? No.
I even heard of people do.
What I'm saying is, was Percocets made to be smoked? It was made in a pill for pain. You understand? Vicodin. Was a Vicodin made to smoke? No. So why shouldn't I allow you to pop all the damn Vicodins you want to pop? Because you ain't smoking it. So when I pull Ezekiel, you're going to say, but I ain't smoking it. You got me. Take your perk 30s. You got me. Why can't they do that to me? Because you're getting high. You understand? It's a curse in Deuteronomy for you to get high. It's a curse that you're going to be groping at noonday. You're going to take drugs that is going to alter your mind and cause you to not be sober. It's 28 and like 32 or something like that. Y'all can find it. It's a part one. It's somewhere in Deuteronomy 28 after the 30s.
Which one?
Getting high and groping at noonday. Groping at noonday means like you ever seen a drug addict and they just out there acting erratic. They just out there moving wavy, doing this with their knees, and you know what I'm talking about. Come on, man. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like that is a curse. That is a curse. You understand? That's almost like
Wait.
It's a curse.
I got it.
So taking a perk 30 is you getting high to alleviate your stress and your pain. So you're not being sober-minded. That's what that sober is talking about. Because they try to say that means a deacon can't, a so-called deacon in the New Testament, can't drink alcohol. But alcohol everywhere else is lawful. That's not how the scriptures work. That's what the Catholics believe. The Catholics believe everybody can have a wife, unless you're a priest. If you're a priest, you can't have a wife. That's why they do what they do. You understand? That's not true. When it says one wife, it's talking about be married to the truth, no matter how many women you have. When it's talking about be sober-minded, that means do not get high. You understand? Have a sober mind. Be able to think straight, regardless of your problems. Clear, regardless of your problems. That doesn't mean alcohol is not lawful. That means the other forms of getting high that the Lord has not sanctioned is unlawful. Now, if a doctor tells you need a perk 10 or perk 20 or perk 30, then you can take it as prescribed. Vicodin as prescribed.
So besides alcohol, any other pill or marijuana or anything that might have you like, you know what I mean, out of your element or whatever, it has to be prescribed first. So say if a brother has a Percocet and I got a bad back, so I'm saying I got a real bad pain, I can't take that Percocet unless I get it prescribed. I can't take that from the brother unless I get it prescribed.
You should go to a doctor and get your pain pill. You should go. It is dangerous, and you should go to a doctor and get it. Now, if you're taking a pain medicine for pain, meaning Tylenol you can get OTC, over the counter. If it's a certain strength, you have to get it prescribed. Do y'all know that?
Yeah.
Tylenol, that is, I think, 500 milligrams per pill or better, you have to get prescribed. Now, if I want to, I can take a dose of Tylenol that is equivalent to 500 milligrams without getting prescribed. You understand? There's a dose, I forget the exact, I think it's 160 milligrams in an average dose for an adult. The average adult dose is 160 milligrams, I believe. They have 200 milligram tablets or something like that. One of y'all can fact check this. Yeah, 400. So what's the difference between 400 and a 500? Somebody fact check me on this. Somebody fact check me on what the limit is. Because the point is that there's a limit that they're going to say you need a prescription. But you can get this over the counter and you can take that same dose by taking over-the-counter medication. You understand? You're putting yourself at risk. You know when you are abusing drugs. You understand? Abusing drugs is when you are taking it outside of what your doctor would tell you to take, outside of it being for pain. You understand? I've taken more ibuprofen than you should at one time. Does that mean I'm addicted to ibuprofen or abuse ibuprofen? No, I needed a larger dose of ibuprofen for the pain, strictly for the pain, not for the effects of getting high. So if you're taking a perk 30, I've seen a brother in the school take a perk 30. If you're taking a perk 30 for your pain, for your back, it's just the truth. A Percocet 30. I've seen him take a Percocet 30. You understand? Because we was in a van and the brother had a terrible back and we was driving a far distance and it was prescribed by his doctor to take it for pain. You understand? And he took it and it alleviated his pain. You understand? Now, if you in the world, he's probably perk 30. Why? Because he does look like he's on a drug. Because he is on a drug. Because a doctor told him to get on a drug. You look stupid in the streets on a perk 30 because nobody told you to get on a drug because you don't have that bad back. You don't have that messed up knee. You don't have a herniated disc. Why are you taking a perk 10? Why are you taking Vicodin? What the hell is the point of that? You understand? You are self-medicating. Self-medicating to that extent is not lawful.
I get to you right now.
Yeah.
If that goes for the same as if you have a bad cough or cold, and I'm taking promethazine, I'm saying like say if your rib or your brother, cousin, whoever has a bottle of promethazine, no codeine, it's just a bottle of promethazine that it knocks out the cough.
That's fine.
That's a lot.
That's cough. That's cough syrup. Yeah, cough syrup is. I know the rappers have sensationalized it, but cough syrup is promethazine. When it has codeine in it, and you can get high, and you start taking it for the effects and not for your cough, you are abusing drugs. And the reason why the scriptures say go to a doctor is so you don't have to be the determination of am I abusing drugs. I'll tell you, this is the dose you take. And if that dose is not helping on a given day, you might take a little more than that dose, and you go back to your doctor and say, "Look, you told me to take 5 milliliters. I took 7 because the 5 wasn't doing nothing." And your doctor will say, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. You're not abusing drugs."
Right.
But now, if your doctor say take 5 milliliters, but you really don't have a problem, You understand? You got the like people do in the ghetto. We go get the promethazine to sell it. Oh, it's so terrible. I got terrible ideas. It's so terrible. It's the worst you ever seen, doc. I need it. Or I'm gonna find a doctor that I don't have to even do that with because they know the play. What's up? You're abusing drugs. You understand? That's the difference. Go to your doctor. Your doctor will be able to help you determine, am I abusing this drug? You understand?
I have two questions.
Mhm.
One was the person you talking about was Tobit that overcame adversity and
We're not about to read it, so I can't. I don't want to go all the way through it or nothing like that.
all right, come.
Unless you got a specific scripture that just describes it.
No, I just know Tobit. I know reading the book of Tobit. Tobit, he went blind and suffered extreme poverty and distress while his relatives mocked him, so on and so forth. He didn't blame the Most High, and he did it with his head held high. I was going to referring to that when he was talking about the book of Job. Also, I have a question. So like also the Khan is in the building. Says Shalom, Lord of Christ. My question is,
Lord of Christ.
did you see about the tragic update in the case of the father trying to prevent young son gender transition? A man went to court. He was paying child support.
Before you do that, because that's a separate question from the brother. So hold the question. I'll get that right after. I just want to give him one more scripture. Give me Ecclesiasticus 9 and 11.
Salaki, got it.
Good.
Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9, verse 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner.
Envy not the glory of a sinner, like same thing we just read.
For thou knowest not what shall be his end.
This is the description of everything I was saying. You don't know what the Lord going to do to that man. You understand? So you might see him flashing whatever, living a life you think you want to live and all that. Brother, I get it. It says in the days, Christ said, in the last days, they're still going to be marrying and giving in marriage. Meaning they're still partying. They're still living and partying. That don't mean you got to stop living. That don't mean you can't go to a club or a party. What it's saying is, in the last days, when you determine to change your life around, these people that you're looking at that seem like they have no life issues from a glance, they partying and living life as though this is the kingdom of heaven. You understand? And this is the perfect life. The white man does what the white man does because this is his kingdom. He's going to live however he wants to live because this is his heaven. So just imagine you looking at it like, damn, he allowing trade? Damn, they doing this? Damn, they doing that? Oh my God, that's so crazy. He's doing whatever the hell he wants to do. This is his kingdom. You understand? You are living in the kingdom of hell. That's what you're living in right now. It is his heaven. You understand? So the way that you will be following the law, statutes, and commandments and enjoying yourself and having a ball for eternity in the kingdom of heaven, he's having a ball for however long he has left in his kingdom. You understand? In the Revelations, it says the demons are running back and forth because they know their time is short. You understand? The demons are making it look really good right now. Huh? You understand? Making it look really good. Let me say something. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Do you know how it must feel to be a man in 2026 and you watch a 17-year-old get $3 million off of a dumbass crypto coin when you went to welding school to be a damn welder? You know how stupid you're going to feel? You feel stupid. I done spent my life trying to be a mechanic. This dummy right here. This dummy right here. Built like a twig, never did no yard work a day in his life, ain't had no daddy. He just went on the internet, found a meme coin and made $3 million. They were selling something called NFTs.
Yes, sir.
They were selling pictures. Yeah. Shot go up and up. They was give him the light. They was out here doing NFTs, pictures of monkeys. Pictures of monkeys and pictures of just like rainbow colors and in an ape with goggles on and what's the hat? fedora on and all, just weird random pieces of art, and people was buying them for internet dollars, and they'll buy it for 100,000 internet dollars, and it'll be worth 3 million internet dollars 3 months later, 6 months later, a year later, and you're looking at it like, what the hell? You understand? And you're looking at it like, this is. I just fixed somebody's car for $250. I'm the reason he can get to work. I'm the reason his kids ain't gonna miss a meal on their table because I just helped their father get to work, and I got paid $250 for that. This damn idiot just sold a gorilla on the internet for $3 million. Do you know how that would make you feel as a man in 2026 who works with his hands or who just does hard work in general? You understand, brother? You can't be envious. You can't be envious of that. You understand? That man, he might be eating shrimp and crab and lobster, and you see him get that $3 million off this easy way, or drop shipping, or however the hell he getting that money. Brother, you just keep serving the Lord and doing what you do, because their kingdom is coming to the end. Do you understand? And the reason I'm using that as an example is because what value does an internet gorilla bring to society? Nothing. It does nothing for society. It's an internet gorilla. It does nothing for nobody. But he just got $3 million off that. You are fixing fuel lines and fuel pumps and carburetors and alternators, and you're doing everything. And this $3 million off a gorilla, off an ape. You understand? It's utterly ridiculous. But you can't look at that and get envious. You can't envy this society for creating that type of opportunity. You just serve the Lord and do whatever you need to do. You understand? There's people who pimp women on OnlyFans. You understand? They pimp them. Meaning you think you're talking to a woman, you are talking to a grown man. You understand? You are sending penis pictures to a grown man on OnlyFans. I want you to understand that. That's what you're doing. They are pimping them out. They have a harem of 12 women. Pay that woman handsomely, pays himself far more handsomely. You understand? And he became a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. Tens of millions of dollars off of you being horny. Do you understand? 1 second.
This one topic, Sauce Walker actually.
He just did that. Yep. Sauce Walker just did that.
He just showed on internet. One of his girls makes $3 million.
It's disgusting.
Another of his girls $3 million. Another one $7 million.
1 second. Just so you know, that's what a whoremonger is. A whoremonger is not somebody that enjoys sleeping with multiple women. A whoremonger is a man who sells women. Monger is to sell. The marketplace. You understand? A merchant is a monger. A monger is a merchant. Whore, merchant. Whore, seller. I put her on the internet. I tell her post her feet, post her vagina, post her breasts, and you buy. You understand? You buy, and I get rich. Whole time you think, brother, I remember, I saw the whole breakdown when I watched Andrew Tate break it down on how he did it. And he would sit there, and you would think you was talking to women, and it's him.
Yeah.
You understand? The pictures are the women. The pictures are them. And then when she's talking all filthy to you in the DMs, he's typing to you. You understand? And the pictures that you're sending, he has to look at them, not her. You understand? She does what she's told and then waits for her check. Do you understand? Are you envious? Would you like to be? Sauce Walker was envious. He was envious and said, I gotta be a pimp. I gotta be an OnlyFans pimp. I have to. They're getting money. Now I can get on stream and I can make a fool of myself thinking I'm the biggest. He thought that made him look like the best man in the room. That made him look like the greatest guy on stream by doing that. But I saw a small clip. I didn't see the whole thing. I saw him spazzing out, and it was so vagina made. I scrolled down because I couldn't watch it. It was like, are you really? I'm getting this money off of. I'm like, why are you in a room? Why are you at a party screaming about how much money you? I just scrolled. I can't do it. But I knew he was talking about that because I saw the caption. Brother, you worrying about doing all that. He was envious of another man he saw do it and said, well, I'm Sauce Walker. I can get some women to do that too. As a matter of fact, I can get more money than this rap money if I just make her sell feet pictures. You understand? brother. Don't be envious at. Don't be envious. When you hear about, let me say something. When you hear. So Walker narrowly escaped with his life when he was with his artist. And his artist got shot the hell up. What's that, Memphis? Got shot the hell up in Memphis. He went to do a show with his artist, and his artist had beef in Memphis, and they lit that boy up. They lit that boy up, and he was with him. I think he got hit once or something like that. Yeah. He had a cast. No, because he had like a cast on too. Maybe it was bandages I saw or whatever. So he probably got hit in his arm too or something like that. That was the Lord trying to kill him. He escaped. So they went back to the council. The angels went back in the council and said, damn, all right, another plan. How are we going to get Sauce Walker? You understand? And when you see something else happen, don't be surprised as though something strange happened. Nothing strange happened. Sauce Walker sells whores. He got to go. You understand? That's it. It's really that simple. So when you see a sinner, read that one more time. I'm going to get you up.
Verse, Ecclesiasticus chapter 9, verse 11.
Yeah.
Envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end.
You don't know what his end going to be. His end could have been in Memphis that night, but it wasn't. I ain't going to say it was his time yet. He escaped. You understand? He escaped. Brother, he keeps selling whores. The Lord is going to make a situation he can't escape. It's going to be just for Sauce Walker. You understand? Yeah.
And so, isn't that just like what he's doing is like this scripture, one of the scriptures, don't make the daughters of Zion a whore or something. Don't make a whore out of the daughters of Zion.
Yeah. Deuteronomy 23 and 17. No sodomites of the sons of Israel. I think it's 22 and 5. No whores of the daughters of Zion. No sodomites of the sons of Israel. Right. Come. So he had no business doing that, but he needed money because he had to sit in a party and flex amongst a bunch of other men and whores. He was impressing a whore. If you look at the only thing I saw was he was spazzing. I saw two men and there was a whore right next to him. So you're trying to impress somebody. You're trying to impress the whore. I get so much vagina, I could sell you. You understand? That was the whole point of that. And a man would see that and get envious because he saw somebody else do it and got envious. You understand? And he said, no, he's not better woman than me. I bet you I sell more vagina on the internet than him. So now I can get in this party and say, I sold the most. I don't care about your stream of money. She just made 3 million. She just made 3 million. She just made 7 million because I'm Sauce Walker, the whoremonger. He was next.
I just want to point something out. I think it was maybe a week ago or so. It was on Instagram. An older debate that Captain Cesariak was with. I believe his name is Whack 100.
Yeah.
And the guy who was hosting, his name was Adam something, right?
Adam 22. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the first time I ever saw that guy in any way.
Sauce Walker?
No, the guy who was hosting the
Adam 22.
Yeah. The next scroll
I know what you're about to
was about him pimping out his wife to a brother who was a porn star.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly
Jason
the
Love.
example of hormone.
Yeah, Adam 22 let a porn star sleep with his wife for money. They made a ton of money off the tape. They made a ton of money.
Yeah.
And then he had like a policy where he would let her do porn, but never with another guy. He's always the guy in the porno, but they will bring other women in. And then she wanted to experience another guy. He said, of course, baby, because we're porn stars. So he brings in another guy. And it's just a solo scene. I don't want you there. I just want him there.
That's an example of a woman.
That's the old term.
Yeah, a couple. You like watching somebody have sex with your wife.
So lucky now they filed for divorce because probably she.
There's another internet person. There's a guy named Sneeko that's like that.
Oh, yeah.
Who's a couple. Likes watching people sleep with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah.
I just wanted to touch on something that Officer Gayala, when he was bringing up about what if you were in charge of like making food for people and then it was pork.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, if you're an Israelite and the scripture says not to even touch the carcass of the pig, of the swine, because that would be the meat. Like a live animal is fine.
Mm-hmm.
With a brother or sister working like in a deli, because I see this a lot and it crosses my mind.
Mhm.
If they're wearing gloves, are they technically not touching it when they?
You can touch.
handle
You
it?
can touch pork. You can touch pork. I worked as a cook for 2 years, for a year and some change. You can touch pork.
Or is it because you're handling the meat to eat it? That's
No.
what the sin is.
The sin is simply eating the pork,
Okay.
right? So if you are behind selling it, you should not be selling it.
Con-
Consuming pork is a sin. You understand? If you open a restaurant and you are telling people to eat pork, it is a sin. You understand? But if you are a cook or a chef inside of somebody else's restaurant and they're selling pork, there is no sin there. You should just try to get out of there. You understand? Touching it makes you unclean until they even. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So I would try to I used to wear gloves and I would try my best not to have the pork touch my skin. So if you're wearing gloves and the pork don't touch your skin, then you're fine. But there was a couple times right before I quit that place, they fired me. Right before I got fired from that place, when the pork would splash, it was like cold fat, so it would splash on my arm, right? So then I would just call Captain Shemar and I would tell him, Salaki, I can't do Shemar tonight because I just touched pork on accident, right? So I was very careful. Like for the whole year, I was never unclean because of pork up until 2 months before I left. So once it does touch your skin or touch your body, you got gloves, you good. No gloves, you unclean to the even.
To the next Sunday.
To the even.
Would that include also the other types of
Every day.
like the seafood, like crab, lobsters?
Every dead
Everything
animal. Every
that's
dead unclean animal.
Yeah, unclean.
You touch it, you unclean to the even.
So that doesn't apply obviously to clean meat because
No.
we always
Yeah,
prepare.
you can sit right there and eat a brisket sandwich right now.
Absolutely.
It'll kick you out.
It's
clean.
first.
Nah, I want to touch on this other topic.
Kind of sir. Mine is a little off topic.
Mhm.
Slocky, sir. Just can you just give an overall breakdown of what's kind of going on with I'm pretty sure you've seen Saucy Santana said it's like I don't want to get into it, but it's fresh. It's fresh.
This is what I want y'all to do because I'm gonna come with a topic, but you know what I mean? I prefer to break. No, what I'm not going.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm gonna have to start putting my topic out like separate, other than class, because I only got Monday and Tuesday. So I would probably I prefer y'all bring these like this because I was thinking if somebody was going to mention the sister that died in East Orange. One, young Pharaoh with the nails. Two, and then Saucy Santana. I prefer y'all bring those things so I can break that down because those are the happenings right now. My topic I can easily put out separate in a little small video on the internet. I prefer to answer these types of questions.
I know so this way. I was just, man, I'm pretty
let me
sure
get his
other
first,
brothers
and then I'm
wasn't
gonna
probably
come
hip
back.
to it.
Come on, let me get his first, and I'm gonna come back to Saucy Santana. Jesus Christ.
That was totally disgusting. Slack, but
I'm not saying that name again.
Phil,
What is that grown man legal name? Go ahead, Kashak.
Slacky.
Jesus Christ. He even chose a weird name.
You see, I don't know if you've seen about this. I think it started like a year ago.
Rashad. We're gonna talk about Rashad next.
Now, I don't know if you've seen what's going on. There's this little debate going on about a father who separated from his ex-wife or whatever, and he was, getting his visitation rights or whatever have you. His son came over, and his son was saying that he was a little girl. He said, "You're a what?" And he videotapes it, and the son is saying, "I'm a little girl." He said, "Why do you say this?" Because mommy says I'm a girl, and mommy says I'm a girl, and he said because I like girls.
Everybody involved Israelites.
Slacker.
Everybody involved Israelites.
No lie. This is the oppressor. However,
devils. Okay.
This is devils, but it's other incidents like fathers not being in the life of. This is why I'm bringing it up because it's in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. There's a lot of the fathers not in the children's life, mother just doing all types of wayward
So what's the question?
madness. how do we stand on this? Because I don't know if you've seen the whole incident, but the little boy wants to be a little girl. He's probably about 7 at max, 6 or 7.
Mhm.
And what's happening, because I believe they live in Florida, because they live in
I did
Florida,
see
the
that.
father
Are
is
you sure this wasn't resolved yet?
no, it's
You
a
said it's a
update.
year. You said it's a year old.
Almost a year,
So I
almost a
think
year.
I think I covered this. They moved to like Wisconsin or something, or Washington State.
Con.
Yeah, I'm correct.
I believe I don't know
I
if it's
did
the
cover
same
this. I
one,
think I covered this
but
because
this
you
one
said Florida. I think that started in Florida, and they went to
they
like
said he got
Washington.
for the castration of his son. He has to pay.
Yeah, I covered
Pay
this.
for it, and they sent him to jail or something.
Yeah, I covered it. It might be an update on it, but I definitely covered this originally. I
I
remember this.
probably don't remember it.
I remember. We were still in.
Yeah, they said he had to go to jail.
What year? When does the story originated? I think I covered this back when we were still in the green room. The
Right
origination. Of
here, this one says a year ago they
You got a
fought a
date?
fight. Jeff Young.
You ain't gotta do. I think I covered this in the green room. But we could still go though. We still,
Huh.
I just make it a little quick. I want to hit all 3 of those things that we just said.
So I just had a quick statement. If it's a heathen, they absolutely deserve whatever they going through.
They do whatever they want.
They fought for these rights. This is what they wanted. I wouldn't sympathize with none of them. I wouldn't give a.
It's cruel
So
for a
sad.
heathen to do that to a child.
It is
So
cruel.
like for a
Oh,
heathen
God.
adult to do that to one of their children is cruel. That is cruel and unusual punishment.
Oh, God,
You
sir.
understand? That's cool and unusual.
And we can make a clip about it and talk about be on YouTube
I'm
talking
about
about
to
it.
say that's why blacks and Hispanics have to rule Earth. That's why. We even gonna save your child, white man.
Right.
I'm gonna save your child.
Con.
You understand? There's a white man watching this. We gonna save your child. You understand? We out here doing the food drives and clothing drives and the camp speakings and the cookouts and everything for blacks and Hispanics. You absolutely right. And you the devil with the Bible. You right. That's all true. But I can even save your child. I can save your child from that woman that is poisoning your child's mind, saying your 7-year-old white child is a girl. I can save it. I can save it.
If I may, I had the question I was.
But you got to get off the throne. That's the problem. I can't do nothing for you if you think you're going to be the president of America. I can't do it. You understand? We cannot do it. Commander Giuliani cannot save it if you want to be the president of America. You understand? You want to be that type of, you want to be that person? I can't do it. But if you will just submit yourself to being a second-class citizen, I can do something for you. You understand?
So like the title is "Mommy Tells Me I'm a Girl," Jeff Younger, and this is a year ago. And why I was interested in this story is because I wanted to do a clip on it, about exactly what you're saying now about how
our stance on it.
Our stance on
I'm
it.
telling you right now, our stance is that we will save that white child if he gets off the throne.
Right.
You get off the throne, I will. Let me tell you something, white man. If you admit that you have ran America into the ground, this wonderful place that the Native Americans found. If you admit you ran it into the ground and you get off and you say Christ has to rule, and those crazy Power Rangers in the corner have to rule, they have to, because I can't. I don't know how to stop this transgenderism. We got the left versus the right, Republican versus the Democrat, the blue versus the red. You just sit there and say, we are confused on how to move forward with America. No problem. No problem. Christ will fix your child before y'all go extinct. You understand? Before y'all go extinct, you might have to pick some cotton. But your child will be a boy. You understand? Be a boy. You'll get to enjoy the child until you die and you won't reincarnate. But your child will be a boy. You understand?
Right.
That's, and it's not I can't make no concessions. There's no negotiation room. It has to go like that. So if you want to sit on top of America, your child is going to get his rod chopped off in Florida, Washington, Iowa, Illinois, wherever the hell is that. You're going to lose his rod. Salakia. Go ahead. He was done? Salakia.
No, Con, I was not. I just want to know our standpoint on it.
That's our stance. White man, you want your child to be saved? Stop being the president. Stop being the Senate. Stop being a congressman. Stop it. Stop being the governor. Stop going to the UN meetings. Stop it. Quit. All of you need to universally say, we wrong. Commander General is right. Power Rangers is right. Blacks and Hispanics are not what we were saying they was. They are the Jews. They are not the problem in this earth. We ready to submit. And that's a good start. Yeah.
Come on, sir. Most of the Slocky, sir. So when a white man gets eradicated forever, Slocky, his soul would never enter another body once they're done. So there will be
They're
no
gone
more.
forever.
It's
No-
over. There's
no
no reincarnation. They just extinct. Like
The only
dinosaurs.
time you'll see a white man
It's
is
like
a
it,
wax figurine in a museum. And your child, and this is in the scriptures, your child will say, is that the man? Is that the man that had us shook? Is that the man that we forsook God for? Somebody that's extinct now? You understand? Oh my goodness, your child is going to be perplexed. You understand?
So he's gonna get rid of their spirit. Of course, the soul.
He's
is
not
the body.
going to let it reincarnate. You understand? He's not going to let it reincarnate. He extinguished the line of Saul. You know, Saul has no line anymore. I'm gonna revisit that actually I'm gonna revisit that. But I think
Good.
I don't want to say he extinguished the spirit, but I know they can't reincarnate.
That's scary business, sir.
It's his choice.
Yeah, that was it. Anybody else?
Okay, cool. Give me that saucy Santana. Break it down. What happened?
Khan, sir. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sorry. Give me. I say his name was Reginald. What's his name?
Rashad.
Rashad.
Yeah,
Good.
the Negro Rashad.
I gotta say his name so everybody know what we're talking about. So forgive me, but y'all know now. So go ahead.
Khan. The Negro Rashad is going viral on the internet right now. You know what I'm saying, the brother was like in a pool or whatever. It's disgusting. The brother was in a pool and he was like on live or whatever, and he was saying, "Yeah, I'm a bad bitch or whatever."
Yeah.
N words want to f me, girls want to f me, and kids want to f me.
Yeah.
Got the whole internet up in the roar, but the sisters is quiet. The sisters is quiet, and heterosexual men are going off on it. See what I'm saying? Like, of course, I know we gonna get our chance to go crazy. See what I'm saying? But it's a lot of brothers that's heterosexual, so-called heterosexual. That's what they portray themselves to be. See what I'm saying? That's going off about it and don't like it. See what I'm saying? But the women are under the comments and everything. Just, well, he's still a man. He is, but they breaking them down. Yeah, they breaking all the women down. Like, this is your fault. Y'all support him. Y'all thought it was cool to have a GAY best friend, an alphabet best friend, or whatever the case may be. And and he hasn't been canceled yet. That's the main thing. He hasn't been canceled.
It's too risky, huh? They've let that brother proliferate on this internet for far too long. He said something. He was arguing back and forth with academics years ago. Didn't he say something? What did he say to academics? He said something sexual.
Raped or something like that.
Yeah, he was like, I will, you
He's going to do him up.
I'll do some things to you. Like, he need to go to prison. You understand? Like, that brother need to go to prison where they do that. You understand? He need to go to the prison that they do that in. Send Saucy Santana there because that's what he likes. You understand? And then he went to what looks like Brooklyn, but then he went into some inner city and got underage girls to do what they are calling a breast bounce. Of course, they're using the T word for breast, doing a breast bounce. So they're singing that disgusting song about gay men quiet on the creek. Gay men who don't tell nobody they're gay, they just be gay. And nobody knows. They have relationships with women and spreading HIV and being nasty, and you understand that brown dippers and
We used to say down low.
That's crazy.
And brother, they're singing that song, and they doing a breast bounce with what looks to be 11-year-olds, something like that. And they quiet on the creek, and then they start doing the dance, which is not a dance. It's just a sexualization of yourself. Stand still and shake your chest. Jump up and down a little bit, make your chest shake. Brother, he is a pedophile. He's a PDF. Excuse me.
Right.
He's a PDF. You understand?
Let's not give it up. But
You
you gonna say the truth no matter what.
Go back and edit that and blurt that out. He's a PDF. You understand? He literally. You said something. Now imagine he said that was a slip of the tongue. I had alcohol in my system. I apologize for it. He can't. He won't. Let me tell you something. He made sure you know it was not an accident. I'm about to get on camera and make these 11-year-old girls shake their breasts.
Good night.
You understand?
Good night.
You ain't gonna. He wasn't gonna give you a chance to say. He said, the sister's been quiet. The sisters can't even say. He said, you never had a slip of the tongue before. He was drinking in the pool. Oh my God, y'all blow everything out of proportion. Oh, we did another video right after that to let you know. No, I said kids. You know what I'm saying? I said kids.
Put kids in the video.
Matter of fact, come here. What? This is not funny. You understand? What's funny is we've been saying this, and we gave. Let me tell you something. We gave that brother a platform for so many years because we are afraid to ostracize him. He got on camera like a year ago admitting he was molested very badly. You understand? And we gave him a platform instead of getting him help. We made him a famous rapper instead of getting him help. Young Miami made that her best friend. You understand? Instead of getting him help. We gave him a platform. And then when he says, I want your kids, we like, oh my gosh, no, it's not on my, why'd you give him a platform? Now to the brothers' credit, the brothers in the world didn't really give him no platform. We was not trying to hit it. Right. But at the same time, you know who's at fault? Which I did see one brother say this. One brother called him a PDF, and went off and went crazy, and then was like, it went like viral, like 3 million views on the post or whatever. And then he was like, so on what used to be Twitter called X, you get paid for your engagements now. You get paid if you have a blue check mark and you get like millions of views on your posts, you can get a check from that. So like a 3 million view post can equate to somewhere around like $700, right? He got 3, and I know because he said it after. He was like, yeah, this is gonna get me like da. He was like, I don't really care. I did that for the money. Like I made this post for the money. I don't really care as long as you ain't trying to influence my kids. That is a problem. Like that right there, when brothers do that, because brothers never go all the way. And that's my problem with brothers in the world. You're gonna say, let's discuss, this is, oh my God, then he did the breast bounce, and this is, but then you never take it where it need to go, which is ostracization. You understand? Stop. It's over. You gotta go to prison. You need rehabilitation. There's none of that. There's no, you get no play. Like your music, your music gets no play. You gotta go to prison. You gotta get reformed. There's none of that. It's when it comes all the way down to it, it's just social media posts. It's just outrage on the internet. Nobody says, how can we stop this from happening for real? You understand? We outrage now, but those same brothers is about to go smoke. Right. You gotta take it all the way, or Saucy Santana will live.
That's a fact.
I don't want them unalive. What I'm saying is proliferate, be allowed to spread, make more videos with kids. You understand? You gotta take it there because you are responsible for the black woman. You're responsible for the Hispanic woman. So if you don't take it all the way, she's not going to stop. She's not going to stop making Saucy Santana her best friend. You understand? Diddy turned, and I'm sure Young Miami had plenty of boyfriends before Diddy, but Diddy, who everybody knows what Diddy had did, went and Young Miami was like his right-hand woman. You understand? And she's alleged in a lot of documents relating to Diddy. Diddy, why ain't you teach that woman that was disgusting? You're going to have sex with her and let her be with you. Why ain't you do that? Because Diddy was too busy doing Diddy things. You're responsible for that black woman. I'm not saying Diddy's directly responsible for Young Miami. What I'm saying is, if you want them to not accept Saucy Santana, you gotta fully not accept anything related to that. But once you do, once you say, if you ain't influencing my kids, it's cool, that's a problem. And Saucy Santana's not gonna go nowhere. You're gonna be mad on the internet for a while. You're gonna make a song that the other gay people and women in the club like, and then this is going to disappear. Right. And he's gonna sit on Vlad's couch in a couple months and say, y'all took that the wrong way.
Yeah.
And now can't nobody say nothing because we ain't take it all the way. You understand?
It's like, sir, and the reason I'm really bringing this up too, because another PDF just got arrested. The dude, is it Sydney? Yeah, Sydney Star just got arrested for having, I'm saying,
With like an
with
underage
like a
person.
14-year-old boy.
Yep.
I'm saying, so
And
it's like
the defense
spirit,
was, I thought they was grown.
kind of con, sir. So the spirit is just
Mhm.
like it's out, and the Lord is showing you, like, yeah, this is what you accept.
We don't fully ostracize it. You know why? When Sydney Starr was having sex with the actor from Family Matters, they was in, say his name again?
Darius McCrary.
Darius McCrary was they was in some disgusting man-on-man relationship, and he paid for the surgery or something like that. And some why, like, he went on Adam 22, and that's why this all got exposed at. Why didn't every black person ostracize him and Adam 22? A white man is platforming this, meaning he wants to push this, number one, and this is a guy who rents his wife out to porn stars. Why didn't we ostracize the platform and the brother and sister, excuse me, Slocky, and the two brothers for doing that? Forgive me, Slocky. The two brothers for doing that. You understand? We didn't do that. We didn't do it. You got to take it all the way. Right. It's cool to talk about it in the moment and say, oh man, that's messed up. Okay, so how are you going to stop it? You got to take full responsibility. This is a black problem. And if I'm a black man, this is something that I have to do something about. You understand? I have to do something about this. We don't do that. And because we don't do that, Sydney Starr takes it further. You understand? First, I'm gonna be gay in the closet. Then I want to be a woman. Then I'm gonna get with your actors. Then I'm gonna get with the people who you grew up loving, grew up watching. He was a playboy on Family Matters.
Right.
He was a playboy. He got all the women. So little boys will watch that and say, "What? Now I'm gonna get all the women like Eddie. I'm gonna get all the women like Eddie." And then Eddie gets with a transformer. What do you do now? You understand? What do you do now? You idolized him. What do you do now? You understand? You got to give the kids something better to look up to, because we was looking up to Eddie. You understand? Unknowingly. When you a kid, you watching TV, you want to be like whatever looks like is strong and powerful.
That's a fact.
You understand? And if Eddie look like he getting the women, what are you going to do? I'm going to behave like Eddie. You know what I'm saying? He talking fly, he walking fly, he wearing this, he got this slice in his head, because he had that little cut that Nas had. He got the, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna go to the barber and give me that, what they say when you go to, damn, who had that cut? Matter of fact, it's Nas. People used to go to the barber shop and say, let me get that one like Nas got, you know what I'm saying? Because he had the bald fade. Well, he had the real low fade. Was it bald or was it real low? Like bald or real low. Boosie. Let me get the Boosie. Why? Because he made the bald fade look pop. It made it look good on a man who was masculine. So now, masculine, or who we perceive as masculine. So now, a man who we perceive as masculine is looking like that. Let me look like that. You understand? If you don't take it all away, you are not going to stop anything ever. No, I gotta touch on these things like this.
The last one is Slocky, sir. And shout out to Cat, shout out to Wack 100. Definitely shout out to Cat, because the same dude they had on that platform, Cat came over there and destroyed everything on Adam 22. And shout out to Cat for putting in that work. And shout out to Cap again for destroying the conscious community, the Egyptologists, because now you got the brother Young Pharaoh wearing long cheetah cat fingernails and thinking he's a cat now.
Yeah.
Same thing Nature Boy did, and you know where Nature Boy's at. He's going away for damn near forever. Spot. You know what I'm saying? They came up together. So
we got to get you more experience on the computer. There's a video of him prancing around like a fairy.
Yeah.
Young Pharaoh. There's a video of him prancing. If you can find it real quick and share it to the screen so that the people can see, and you can turn the computer so the brothers can see it. It's Young Pharaoh. He's prancing like a damn fairy with the nails on.
Yeah.
You understand? Okay, now let me give you some backstory.
Is this so like
good?
Is this like the Lord letting him go to a reprobate mindset? Because
Yes, because he didn't want to keep the Lord in his mind. And I'm, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Which is Romans, the first chapter. I'm going to give you over to a reprobate mind because you don't want to keep the Lord in your mind. So I'm going to give you over to what you do want to keep in your mind. You understand? Which is the whole ideology, which is God's putting semen in other gods' mouths, and this how you birth the son, and all of this. And you understand? So I'm going to do that. You understand? You like that? Despite the fact how many times he ran in the cab, how many times we ran into him on the corner. I was on the corner when we ran into. Let me tell you, take it back. 2016.
He was dancing around like what?
Polite, like a fairy. Yeah. Him, Polite, Sinetta, and a couple other cats came to the corner, and Sinetta said, "I got this young cat. Cat. You don't want to see him, cat. You don't want to see him, cat. You don't want to see him. It's getting dark outside. So I don't know if this is the summertime, or if this is the wintertime, but it's getting dark outside. I'm at that camp. You don't want no smoke with this cat. I'm gonna go get him. He leaves. I don't know. Ain't no excuse for it. Well, go ahead. Sure, he's drunk off wine. Sure, he's drunk off wine. He goes. He goes and gets young Pharaoh. He said, "I'm gonna go down the street. He's down the block right now." When it got him, came back. The brother arguing. The brother had feminine ways then, a decade ago. Yeah, feminine ways. Talk. This guys. Yeah, and Cap,
it's like his countenance, right?
Yeah, like it's well, yeah, like in his face. He starts talking. He starts saying his ideology or whatever. What you'll notice is when they start talking, they're so thirsty for fame. They're so thirsty for trying to confound us to get that fame. They can never stay on topic in a debate. So he's talking and he's like kind of all over the place at first. And Cap goes, "Man, he can't even handle my young buck. What you got him up here for, son?" It was a officer that used to be in school at the time. He's officer of 1,000. And he was like, you can't even handle my young buck. Why is he up here? Because he was up there just talking nonsense and talking feminine. And Cap looked aside like, "Where you got this cat up here, man?" Before he crushed him. "Where you got this cat up here?" And then crushed him. He always had that. And because of the ideology he got in. If y'all are here, it's because you fit the mold of what I just said. You got to take it all the way there. You got to take it all the way there. You don't say, black people got a knowledge in Romans 10:2. You have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge. That's why you find black people in every religion, from Buddhism to Hinduism to Taoism to Kemet to Hotep, because we want to know about God, but we don't want to know about God the way God said to know about him. So we take something that's wrong with us and mix that in with wanting to know about God, and that's how you fall into something gay, like Egyptology. You understand? Because he didn't want to get that sissy out of him. You understand? He ain't want to come in here and go to Hebrew Academy. He ain't want to come in here and get told to wear all black and sweep the floor and put some what's the famous one, the country, and clean the toilet. You understand? He don't want to do that. He ain't want to do it. He want to keep that sissy in him. So because he want to keep that sissy in him, he on the corner sounding crazy. And now 10 years later, the leopard nails. They're dancing like a fairy because he drunk.
He was playing with the knife.
I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw him looking at that. It's hard for me to watch that type of stuff. You gotta forgive me. I saw Sauce Walker doing all that for the attention. I look at it, I go, boom. I see him dancing like a fairy. I'm like, I knew that was coming. Boom. You understand? That's it. And then for some reason, his Facebook got like stories now. So he was on a story up top, and I saw the nails, and I'm like, what the is that?
Slug, if I may, sir. And all his fans are trying to say it's MK Ultra. This is mind control. The government
got him.
The government got him. Meanwhile, that's just been in his spirit forever.
Government got him. So if he ended up, so if he got a ride in his mouth, the government got him. So young Pharaoh can do no bad. So he do something bad. The government got him.
That's what they want to blame the white man. That's good night, sir.
That's power. Now you want to blame the white man. When I told you he would do stuff like this, Aisha McKay said this about him 10 years ago. Now 10 years passed, he in there with nails, he's shaking like a fairy, and you like, that's the white man. We told you he was going to do this.
That's a fact.
You understand? We told you Polite was like that. We told you everybody was like that. You don't believe us, but then when it happened, No, we can't give the ISUPK no credit for that. We can't give the Lord, their God, the credit for that. We gotta say MK Ultra. You heard of MK Ultra? You heard of the Blue Beam Project? Let me put you on. Let me put you on real quick. I'm about to learn you something. You about to overstand today. No, bro. No, bro. We told you about them cheetah print nails, nigga. We told you. We told you. You understand? Please, you got that fairy video?
I got some videos.
I want the one he just did. I'm pretty sure he
was in the nail salon. He was. I seen the video, sir.
He was in the nail salon.
He was in the nail salon getting them done.
Right. For time, wasn't it one more? It was.
No, that was just the ones I asked.
It was okay. Saucy said 10. Okay. All right, that's about.
There'll be more. Yeah. There'll be more. The topic. The topic, sir. We're gonna sit back and that was good questions, man.
Good.
I got something to add about that.
Yeah, give him the mic.
Quick. I just remembered something. I remember seeing a few years ago. It had to do with because you mentioned that Transformer.
Yeah.
With the guy from Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Yeah. So the
guy. Say his name was.
Yeah, I remember Craig.
Right.
Eddie from Family Matters.
Right. So the young guy who played Steve Urkel, Jaleel White. Yeah. There was something that came out. I don't remember if it was a documentary or something else where he played back then in the early '90s when he was real small kid. He played the character young, and then he grew up in it. They made him do drag. They put him in a dress with makeup, lipstick, everything to look like a girl, pretending to be his cousin Myrtle from down south. And in real life, when the father was
his real father,
the real actor was he was crying, he was scared, he didn't want to do it, and they pushed him to do that character. So that's been happening since all the way.
You said something about his father. His father, Jaleel White's father.
Yeah, the actor's father.
Did he push him, or was he against it?
No, I think they didn't. I can't remember the details, but they made him go through with it, even though he was probably if I had to guess, around 13, 14 already. He just didn't want to do that specifically. He had no problem, the character.
Yeah,
he didn't want to do the dress up.
That's a tell about.
And that's the thing with our men, that they constantly put them, you see it all the way back to when I was real little. A show called Flip Wilson. He's a comedian in the Richard Pryor days.
I don't know about him. Go ahead.
Yeah, but if you look, you just type Flip Wilson. Guarantee the first video is gonna come up is him as a woman in drag. That was a famous character he had, and I can't remember the name. And then he goes now to you got Tyler Perry with Medea.
You got everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. You got
Martin.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Hart, Dave, all of them. Dave Chappelle.
It don't matter what it is.
Everybody's done it.
You got Dave, sir?
Dave Chappelle did a dress one time.
Yeah, one time.
He said he wouldn't. He said he wouldn't, but he did it in the movie.
Dave Chappelle.
He was young.
What's the other boy name? The comedian, the white boy.
Adam Sandler.
Nah, I think
white boys don't have a problem doing it.
What's the one? Let me tell you something. He used to be on The Living Color.
Oh, Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey has played straight up gay characters.
If you look at if you look at the whole Wayans brothers, the Wayans brothers, if you go back to The Living Color, all the Wayans brothers have played a female. Mark Morrison played a female, and a lot of rappers. I mean, a lot of comedians play that role, and Cat Williams said, that's why it was an interview with Cat Williams.
That's the one that never did it.
He said, I'm not playing that role. He said, everybody play that role. He said, and it came to a point where they came to him and said, you'll play this role and we'll give you millions of dollars. He said, I didn't play that role, and somebody else played the role. And then now they got 3 movies, several movies, and millions of dollars.
I think it's Kevin. He was talking about Kevin.
If I may, it's real quick, it's the last one.
And I have the video too.
Cat Williams was schooling a young brother that played in Lottery Ticket with Bow Wow.
Brandon something. Yeah.
Brandon, and he was telling him don't put on that dress.
Yeah, Brandon T. Jackson, because he's one of the brothers that admit he's an Israelite.
And kind of now he admits he's an Israelite. He went to die and everything, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And Cat told him, like, yo, do not wear this dress. It's gonna do like you. It's like it's
He
gonna
did it,
do
though.
something. He did it. Well, I think it was what Big Mama 3 or Big Mama 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think Big Mama 3 is
Yeah, one of the Martins. Mm-hmm.
And Brandon said after they wore that dress, nothing but hell after that. It came with a demon baby mother. It came with all. He lost his deals, movies. Like they didn't want to book him for nothing.
You know why? Because he ain't fully go into it. Once you do it, now you gotta like become. Take any role we give you like this. Why not be gay for a movie? You know what? Why not kiss this man on the lips one time? You understand? Just one time. Just one time. It's for the movie. It's acting. It's excellent. Don't you want to be like the greats? Don't you want to be? I'm telling you. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. You understand? You understand?
Will Smith.
That movie I watched when I read it.
I've never seen that.
I couldn't figure out what movie everybody was talking about with Will Smith that said he played a gay character and it was so disgusting. And I'm like, no, I've never seen that one. I know 6 Degrees of Separation. So when I went and looked it up. So I looked it up, right? I looked it up. I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, he playing a gay character, but they're not really having it. And the moment when he's on the carriage with the pipe boy, and he's like, man, I'm having such a good time with you, and da-da-da-da. And he just flat out says, let me do it to you. He ain't used those words. He used every vague word every vulgar word you can think. He said, let me put it where I'm supposed to put it. He straight up said it, just out of nowhere. I turned the movie off. I couldn't do it. I said, because what you mean? Will Smith played him. Because he got that stigma that he's really gay, even though he's married to Jada Pinkett Smith. Normally, where did that come from? You understand? Right. That movie dropped. When did it drop? Sometime in the late 90s.
Before he became Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah. It was like early.
That's toward the end of Fresh Prince. Probably toward the end of Fresh Prince.
Either way, I was either young.
That was his career. I was either
young. I was either young or I wasn't born yet. You see what I'm saying? So people saying this, I looked it up, and when that scene came, I physically couldn't continue with the movie because I don't understand the necessity of that. You understand? But then I realized that's the whole plot. The whole plot was I'm going to be subtile, I'm going to subvert you, and then I'm going to your boyfriend and then the white boy went to the girl. That's when I turned it off. When the white man went to his girl and said, listen, this happened, but it was what they said, like it was great or something.
Yeah. You liked it. Yeah, you definitely liked it.
Forgive me, Akin. Forgive me.
Sorry, sir.
These actors and comedians, which video? He said that at the wrong time. Passed the class over to me.
The Pharaoh Zesty. The Zesty Pharaoh.
All right,
sir.
Come on, let's get Zest Fest with Pharaoh.
Oh, man.
Entity or dark spirit is occupying that young man's body right now. To understand why the streets are treated different entity or dark.
But sir, if you could look at this,
to make it full screen.
Just bring it back just a little bit.
That's probably one of them.
This is definitely one.
He was
Completely dead and gone. Even flooding his comment section writing, rest in peace. Because they firmly believe a completely different entity or dark spirit is occupying that young man's body right now. To understand why the streets are treating this zesty behavioral shift like an absolute national emergency, we have to put this entire narrative on a dynamic plot.
If I may, when Cat posted the reel about him, he was going off on Young Pharaoh.
Yeah.
You got Waka Flocka in the comments. You got a couple kind of like famous people in the comments like, no, we not just going deflect on how much info he put out and this and that. We can't.
Yes, we are.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem. Hey, Jason, when Waka Flocka seen us in a club in Tennessee, that's the problem I had with that because way back in 2016, 17, when Captain Kaposh crushed him, he said, y'all too militant. Yeah, in Indianapolis, he said, y'all too militant. That's why I can't get down with y'all. Mr. Hard in the Paint, Waka Flocka said, y'all too militant. I can't get down with y'all. 10 years later in the club, Runs into Commander Juliana, nothing but handshakes and thank yous for your work and everything you say and everything you stand on and the God you serve. Thank you. Okay, you're thanking us for calling out. I want you to know, before the Young Pharaoh video came out, you're basically thanking us for calling out people like Young Pharaoh.
That's a fact.
That's what you're doing. You come to the club, you see us. Now you gotta. This is how I categorize. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. Now you copping it. Now you copping it. You see the brothers in the club. You would feel like less of a man if you ain't go to Commander Johnny Hunter and say thank you, because he does what you can't do.
Right.
What you refuse to do. Mr. Hard in the paint, t-shirt, long chain, all this, shake your dreads, candy Cadillac bouncing up, and all that is nice. But Commander Johnny Hunter does what you can't do. So you got to go and say thank you. But then when you in the solitude and the safeness of the internet, behind the screen, where no UPK members in your face, you hop on somebody's post and say, we ain't going to forget the info. Yes, we are.
Right.
We're going to forget it. You understand? Because you just thanked us in the club for exposing the young pharaohs.
Right.
For saying there's people out here who are telling you to be Egyptologists and they are gay.
Right.
You said thank you in the club. That's what you did. You and Neo said thank you. Then you got on the internet and walked it back. You're a coward. You're a coward. That's why you did what you did in Indianapolis, because you're a coward. You got it? Like I said, Akim, you're going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Goyama.